In 1947, something happened that the world had never seen before. In just a few months, nearly 15 million people were forced to leave their homes, their streets, and their memories behind. Trains packed with families moved across newly drawn borders, some reaching their destination, many never arriving at all. Long lines of people walked for days under the burning sun, carrying only what they could hold in their hands. Children cried, elders struggled, and families were suddenly separated forever. This was not a natural disaster or a war between countries. It was the result of a single political decision that changed the lives of millions in South Asia. This moment in history is known as the Partition of 1947, the event that led to the creation of Pakistan. As British rule in India came to an end, the land was divided into two new nations, India and Pakistan. The idea was to give Muslims a separate homeland where they could live freely. But the division happened very quickly and without proper planning. A border was drawn almost overnight, cutting through villages, farms, and even homes. People woke up one morning to find that they were now living in the wrong country. Fear spread, violence followed, and millions had no choice but to leave everything behind and move toward an uncertain future. This video looks back at that moment, not just as history, but as a human story of loss, courage, and survival. Before 1947, India was under British rule for almost 200 years. During this time, people of different religions lived together, but tensions slowly grew. Muslims feared that once the British left, they would become a weak minority under Hindu majority rule. Political leaders began arguing about the future of the subcontinent. The Muslim League, led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, demanded a separate country for Muslims. This demand was not sudden. It came from years of political struggle, fear, and broken promises. By the 1940s, it became clear that a single united country might not survive peacefully. After World War II, Britain was tired and weak. It decided to leave India quickly. In 1947, the British government announced that power would be transferred within months. There was very little time to plan such a massive change. The responsibility of drawing the border was given to a British lawyer named Cyril Radcliffe, who had never been to India before. He was given just weeks to divide the land. This rushed decision would soon prove disastrous. People did not yet realize how deeply this hurried exit would affect millions of lives. The Radcliffe Line was drawn on a map in offices far away from the ground reality. It divided Punjab and Bengal, areas where people of different religions lived side by side. Villages, farms, and even houses were split in half. No one knew exactly where the border would fall until it was announced. When the line was revealed, shock spread everywhere. Many people suddenly found themselves in a country where they did not belong by religion. Fear took over, and rumors spread quickly, creating panic across the region. Once the borders were announced, the largest migration in human history began. Around 14 to 15 million people started moving. Muslims traveled toward Pakistan, while Hindus and Sikhs moved toward India. Some used trains, some walked for weeks, and others used carts and animals. Families carried only a few belongings, leaving behind homes built over generations. Many believed the move would be temporary. They thought they would return soon. Sadly, most never did. Roads were crowded with endless lines of people, all searching for safety. As migration increased, violence spread rapidly. Riots broke out in cities and villages. Armed mobs attacked travelers simply because of their religion. Trains arrived full of dead bodies instead of refugees. Entire villages were wiped out. Women, children, and elders suffered the most. Many families were separated in the chaos and never reunited. Historians estimate that around 1 million people lost their lives. The dream of freedom came with unimaginable pain. For many, independence was overshadowed by grief, fear, and loss. Despite the horror, people showed incredible courage. Refugees who reached Pakistan arrived with nothing. There were no homes, no jobs, and very little food. Camps were set up to shelter millions. Ordinary people helped each other survive. Strangers shared food and water. Slowly, cities like Lahore and Karachi absorbed waves of newcomers. These refugees worked hard to rebuild their lives from zero. Their struggle and sacrifice laid the foundation of the new country. Pakistan was built by people who refused to give up, even after losing everything. Partition did not end in 1947. Its effects are still felt today. Families remain divided across borders. India and Pakistan have fought wars and continue to face tension. Kashmir remains a major issue. The memories of migration are passed down through stories told by grandparents. These stories remind us that borders are not just lines on maps. They shape lives, identities, and emotions. Understanding partition helps us understand why peace in South Asia is so fragile and why history still matters in the present. The story of Pakistan's creation is not only about politics and borders, it is a human story. It is about people who left their homes with hope and fear in their hearts. The largest migration in history teaches us the true cost of rushed decisions and division. It reminds us that freedom can come with sacrifice. As we look back at 1947, we remember the pain, but also the strength of those who survived. Their journey shaped Pakistan and continues to define its identity today. In 1947, Pakistan was not born on paper alone. It was born in the footsteps of millions who walked toward an unknown future, carrying pain, hope, and faith in their hearts. They did not choose comfort, they chose survival. They did not know what waited for them on the other side, but they kept moving because stopping meant losing everything. Their sacrifices are written into the soil, the cities, and the identity of Pakistan. Remembering this history is not about reopening wounds. It is about honoring those who suffered, those who survived, and those who never made it. Their journey reminds us that freedom is never free, and the price paid in 1947 must never be forgotten.